What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Jakk specific Dogman action figures. I never thought in a million years we'd be getting Dogman action figures, let alone some really good ones like this. And yes, I didn't open them yet, but I already know. There's the barcode for Dogman. There's the barcode for Petey. Now, I found these at Walmart. They're in these like center displays. I went to my local Walmart a million times looking for it, couldn't find it. Then visited my parents over on Wildwood for the Eagles game, which, by the way, if my voice sounds bad, it's because I was screaming from the Eagles game. Birds are going to the bowl, baby. Go Birds. But anyway, I went to that Walmart and they were there, so now I don't have to check my local Walmart anymore. But yeah, this is awesome. So without further ado, I'm extremely excited to get these open, so let's go ahead and do just that. So getting these characters out of the packaging. Jakks. What are you doing here? Like, you guys are just... I think they're an underrated company, to be completely honest with you. I got a comment once, I think it was on my Sonic videos that Jakks did, which those usually get really good views, saying how that Jakks is like the only true toy company left. And I am starting to understand why. You know, back in the day, it was a movie came out and figures came out for it, and it seems like Jakks is really the only ones doing that anymore. And I'm not including like superhero movies because, you know, the MCU is always going to have figures, and, you know, McFarlane's going to do DC multiverse figures or older movies. But like, I miss the days of like, this movie's coming out, let's market for it, let's make some toys for it. You know, you don't see that too often. I did not expect to get it with Dogman of all things, but this makes me hopeful that when Captain Underpants 2 comes out, that Jakks will come back and give us a proper Captain Underpants figure. But, you know, these are just awesome. These are awesome. It's the only way to put it. So let's go ahead and start with Petey. I really don't have a lot of complaints for these guys. I have like slight things that I would have changed here and there, but I paid $11 each for these. $11. I don't think I can go wrong for that. So taking a look at the paint here, I love that like drawing kind of look to it. I think that looks great. You get his head. Now, one of my only complaints with this guy, this and one other little thing, is I do wish that they picked a different expression. He is like the villain of the movie, so I would have liked to see like maybe a faceplate, switch out, have a happy one, and then like a more maniacal one. I think that would have been cool and silly. He does have a tail. He gets his whiskers. He's only got 2 on one side and 3 on the other. I never noticed that. And then you get his feet, his little paws. I just think it looks great. It doesn't look a little plasticky, sure, but... And is it hollow? Yeah, but guys, it's $11. All right, lowers some expectations. Plus, he comes with a good amount of accessories. So he comes with this newspaper stack that says "City News, Dogman Rolls." You know, it's for kids, but I love that it mimics the artwork from the books. I think that's really, really cute. A little thick, but he can hold it. He comes with this button. I really like it. And this is squishy, and this is squishy, so it feels like an actual button. Very satisfying to push. Can't wait to see what this device does, but I really like that. So for me, I'm definitely going to be having him hold the button. I do wish maybe he had like an alternate hand or something, like a pointing finger to push the button, but I think that looks great. So yeah, and the fact that it's like semi-functional, I like that. And he comes with a whiteboard where he has all his plans on there. So I like it. I like all the sketch work on there. I'm sure these will come up in the movie. And it does flip, which is amazing for $11. It's incredible. So this is his robot. Maybe we'll get a big play set of his robot. That'd be cool. I don't know if I'd get that, but I would like the officer. That would be fun. I think his name's Greg, but I would like to get the officer. But this is cool. This is really fun. So, yeah, no, it's not Greg. It's Officer something. But I really do like the amount of accessories he comes with for $11. That was something that their Sonic figures kind of lacked with. But I don't know, maybe those Sonic figures did have more articulation, so it's a trade-off. And, you know, I think they're both worth the price immensely. So, taking a look at the articulation, the head is on a ball peg, so it'll go rotate all around and kind of pivot. Shoulder goes up, down, rotate 360, single jointed swiveling elbow, and then the wrist swivel and hinge. Nothing in the torso, but that's okay. He does have a rotating tail. I would have liked maybe a hinge and swivel on that, but no big deal. His legs only go forward and back. It's not terrible, but I do wish maybe they were on ball joints. Just a little bit. Single jointed rotating knee. And my biggest complaint with this figure is the fact that the ankles just swivel and the knee, it's kind of cut, they're kind of cut on a slant. So it does make them difficult to stand sometimes. Like, you do really have to like lean them forward. It's not terrible by any means. And he definitely looks normal just standing there. It's not like he's like this to stand. Like, he's good. He's good. But I do wish they maybe did like a ball peg at the bottom. Something simple. You know, it's a separate piece anyway. Just, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I think that this is a really, really solid figure for $11. And then we have the man of the hour himself, Dogman. And this is just an awesome figure. If you're only to get one, just get Dogman. I only got Petey because why not, right? It's $11 and, you know, complete the set for right now. I don't know if we'll get anybody else. I don't even know if we need anybody else, but this is great. Taking a look at this head sculpt here, he just looks great. I saw a mascot on TikTok where like it was like the sideways look and they had both eyes on one side of his head and it just looked terrible. So I'm very, very happy that they went with this look. It does look a little flat, maybe a fur sculpt, because in the movie it does look like actual fur. But this looks more like the book. So I think that's cool too. And same. I meant to say the same thing for Petey, but you know, you do get to see this line work here, the stitched on badge. His pants, his shoes. He's got a lot more color to him. I mean, Petey was just orange, white, and the black markings all over him, but he's got blues, yellows, grays, all different good stuff. The stitching is all painted on that badge. It just looks great. It's really, really nice. Now, there's certain, and it's just like, there's things that they didn't have to do, but they did. So, mostly with articulation, but we'll take a look at that in a minute. So, here is his accessories. You do get the tennis ball. It says, oh, it does say Greg on there. I don't really remember. I feel like Greg might have been in the dog. I don't know. But he does have the tennis ball, and we'll show what he can do with that in a second. He does get a pair of sunglasses that do even have paint on them. A little bit of silver on there. And they do go on the ears, but it's going to be more like if you want them like that, or you're going to have to go like under the ears. They're not great, but I mean, his head doesn't really allow for that. So I've kind of found that they just kind of sit like that. And that works. Kind of. I don't know. I wouldn't want him with the sunglasses anyway. And then finally, he comes with a pair of handcuffs that you can put Petey inside of. They just have a cut on there, so you just kind of have to open them. And then the other side, they're different sizes for some reason. Like each cuff is a different size. So I don't know if there's like a specific way to do it, but you can get Petey all jailed up. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. Though Dogman's hands are a little tight, so he doesn't really hold the handcuffs very well. But I think what really shocked me and kind of makes this figure a lot more fun than it deserves is the articulation. So you do get a ball peg at the head here, so you can look around and a little bit of pivot. He can look up and down pretty good, actually. His ears are on hinge and swivels, so they'll go up and down and rotate all around. So it just becomes like really expressive. Like if you want him to hear something, you can get him excited, maybe a little nervous in the back. It's great. That is awesome. This is a little frightening, but his mouth does open. There's a little groove in there for his tongue. His tongue is painted. It looks a little weird from the side, but like head on, he just looks like a cute little puppy, and I like that. And I mentioned the tennis ball having a different function. I found that you can kind of close the tennis ball in his mouth in that little groove for the tongue, and it kind of sits in there, and it won't come out. So I like that. That's a good place to store that if you'd like. And it closes very nice. So if you don't like the way that it looks, you don't have to look at it too much. The shoulders will go outwards that far. They'll go down. They will rotate 360. Single jointed rotating elbow. And then the wrist swivel and hinge. I wish there was like a waist twist, but there's not. And he kind of has this, he has the same situation where it's really weird in there, but they just go forward and back. He does have a single jointed knee that will rotate. And then the ankle for him, I think, is on a tiny little ball peg. It mostly just rotates, but he doesn't have a problem standing. I mean, neither really does Petey, to be honest, but, this just looks great. Like, you just open the mouth a little bit, and then bam, like, it's Dogman. I never thought I'd have a figure of Dogman in my collection, but it's the perfect Dogman figure. And they're relatively good-sized figures. Here they are next to the NECA Toys King Kong, along with the Jazzwares Fortnite Series 6-inch Peely. Here they are next to the McFarlane Toys Dark Knight Returns Batman, along with the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men Series Darwin. And here they are next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends What If Series Zombie Captain America. So you might be wondering, yo, Ant, what are your final thoughts on these figures? And I gotta say, I am super pleasantly surprised. I remember just seeing them on Instagram and sending them to my buddy and being like, holy shit, these are real. And, a couple weeks later, I go out and they're just there. And I'm very, very happy for it because they're pretty awesome. I love things like this when things don't get revealed necessarily properly, I guess, because I follow Jackson. I never saw Jakk saying anything about it on Instagram or anything, and then people just start showing them and you go and you find it yourself. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, I love that. So at the price point of $11 to $12 a piece for these, call me crazy, but you really can't ask for much more. I'm going to give them a 9.5 out of 10. Maybe fix the ankles and the hips a little bit, but other than that, I really can't complain for $12. So with that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. If you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd. I thought as I have a good time on all those platforms, so I'm sure you will too. But as always, let me know. You coppin'? See you guys next one. Peace.
What goes on, guys? I wanted to hop on here again and thank you all for watching, and to let you know that if the following apps interest you, feel free to follow me on them as I put the links in the description for you guys. I really appreciate everything you all do for me, so DM me with any questions or thoughts. I'd love to sit and talk with you all. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.